Hey collectors, Anthony from HNE here, and today we are going to check out the Transformers Legacy Wild Rider. Wild Rider is a member of the Menasor combiner team, the Stunticons. Also known as Breakneck, Wild Rider does things that makes others think that he may be a few ball bearings short of a smooth ride. He is one bot that you do not want to share the road with. With that said, we will see how wild his ride really is when we get back. And in front of you have Transformers Legacy Decepticon Wild Rider. He is part 2 of 5 of Menasor. And before we look at him, let's put him aside and take a look at his box. His box is the typical Legacy box. Alt mode in front, close up of his face and his body on the panel here. Transformation and bio, which you can check on the QR code. Side panel inside the box. Cardboard insert, but they still use the plastic ties. No thing in here. I guess maybe they have to use the plastic ties until the particular plant runs out or something, as some toys I've reviewed have already switched entirely over to paper ties. But anyway, it comes with the instruction manual and the don't hurt yourself papers, so don't hurt yourself. So Wild Rider is, I'm trying to, like, how do I, So, if you've ever messed with War for Cybertron's Run Amok or Runabout, it's kind of a similar transformation. And because of the fact that he's also a combiner part, but not like the Titans or Primordials combiners or anything like that, you have to have consideration for the fact that some of him is going to be altered to stick on Menasor. Now, I'm not going to cover his transformation for a combiner. That is something Moose is going to handle in a later review once all the pieces are out. But what I am going to show you today is, first off, he comes with, just like all the Menasor pieces are bound to, short of Motormaster. Motormaster for some reason comes with a floppy gun. 2 pistols, and the pistols do connect together. It'll make a double pistol. And I'm starting to notice a theme. It's like a lot of figures in this particular Legacy series seem to have multiple guns. And his back position's kind of weird, like it's kind of stacked up on itself, and I guess this is for animation accuracy. But I mean, otherwise he looks kind of like he has a cape. But so there's a lot of typical transformation tropes on this guy. Starting with the fold the fist in, straighten out the arms a bit, and a whole lot of this, maybe because he's part of a combiner, is like just on ratchets. His wrists are on ratchets. His legs are on ratchets. Technically, his knees are on ratchets. And so it makes it a little bit tougher to articulate him. But let's put the arms out a little bit, and then we fold his head into his torso. And make sure his head's straight. Right there. And there's his head. Peekaboo. Pikachu. Anyway. Next thing is trying to open up his legs. And they open up from the front. And what you actually end up doing is folding the legs in. Now, this is where the second set of real tough ratchets are for this thing. It is a little bit of a fight for me. I don't know if anybody else has this problem. But again, I assume it's to keep him from falling out of form while he's a combiner part. But you want to make sure that these side pieces are all out. And of course, you want to flip it all the way about, because this will become the top back end of the vehicle mode. You can start clipping things together. So clear plastic tabs, be careful, but as you fold the legs in, you can just kind of finish the back end here, and you end up kind of something like this that you just simply close up. The arms will fill in the gaps here, so fairly simple. You just kind of slide them in and make sure the arms are straight. Let's see, because there are little tabs down here that will catch it, and hopefully try to reduce some of the gappage. Because of the transformation here, the front end is going to be like this window is kind of put up in up position for when it's transformed. And I'll plug these in, and they kind of just slide into place. But to give you a little bit of a preview on how he looks in Combiner, he's more or less kind of just like this in the foot. I might have to position the nose piece a little bit different, but that is pretty much him in the foot. Anyway, once you get this front piece put together, you go ahead and you have to, again, there's some clear pegs, or some clear pieces here and some small pegs, and you kind of have to get it in perfectly. I don't know how else it's going to come up here, but there are 2 little slots here, and on this piece there are 2 little slots, and that you have to fit in there to get it perfectly matched. And it's a pain in the butt. And this is where it bothers me a little, because you got to do a little bit of flexing to get it past that point. And then you got to try to get them in there. And once they're in, it's a pretty solid looking frame. And then all you have to do is close up the roof. And then once you get the roof, or I should say the windshield in, I mean, look at that. He is nice looking. And then you can take the guns and stick them on top here, or I think actually that's the only option you have. I don't see any other 5mm ports. Yeah, that's it. He's only taking the guns one way. Boy, that sounded bad. Anyway, just look at how sleek that is. You barely can tell there's a robot underneath. Although there are these tabs here, but I think that's because of feet things. But oh, actually, these are what mount onto Menasor. Anyway, so I mean, fantastic looking figure. My understanding is this one is also cartoon accurate, but definitely, if you're thinking about doing Menasor, Menasor Motormaster's part is actually on sale in some places now. I actually got Motormaster for just over $70 from Target, and then I got Musa Copy for just a little bit more than that because the sales have gradually gone down a little bit. I think Gopbot said he got his for around $80. So definitely, this is United States dollars, by the way. So definitely look for a Motormaster now that the prices come down a little bit. And then, of course, dig up these 2 pieces because there's him and there is Drag Strip. So you get these 2, you get Motormaster, and then all I do is like pre-order Wild, or it's not Wild, Dead End, I think is the next one coming out. And then eventually maybe Breakneck or whatever, Off-Road, whatever they're calling the last piece, who knows. But definitely a new take on the combiner bit, and I'm okay with this. Someone asked me why I would collect the new Menasor combiner. I told them simply, it is different enough from the Primors version to be interesting, plus it is more animation accurate. Enough said. And with that said, tell me in the comments what your thoughts are on this action figure. Did you get it, and how was your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.